had about $120,000 burning a hole in my pocket, and I was undecided on if I should buy an exotic sports car or buy a rental property. Tough decision, but I went with the asset. This new property I just purchased will give me 3 of them. I recently had an opportunity to ask my investing mentor about buying real estate.
What about buying cash flowing property for the long term?
No. I just answered you. You don't like the answers? Fine, sit down. I answered you. Not cash flowing properties.
And I liked your answer.
Well, it's fine. You get one question. Next.
The legendary investor Dan Pena told this young guy to hold cash and not buy cash flowing real estate. Also, I was told recently that my real estate is peasant pennies, so my strategy is getting attacked left and right. Here's the new house I just bought. This is property number 3 for my real estate portfolio. The model I implement is called house hacking, where you basically rent by the room instead of renting the entire house. The rental income is significantly higher with this model as opposed to market rent for a single family. I wrote a free ebook covering my strategy and put a link in the description for anyone wanting to learn. Only thing I ask is that if you're in Vegas and want to implement this strategy, to use my broker so I can get a referral commission.
I'm gonna tell you the coins that I'm invested in right now during the dip to help you guys out. So Laura?
You can buy real estate, or you can listen to crypto experts giving financial advice to buy a crypto coin that doesn't even exist. Maybe Solara is the next great opportunity he'll promote after my bookie. Watch this video so you can see someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Walking through the front door, we enter the first living room. I furnish my properties for a couple of reasons. 1, the pictures turn out better and the property is more marketable, increasing demand. 2, I believe I can more easily earn higher rent. 3, the house is already furnished if I ever want to drop this model and convert into Airbnbs. Here's the before so you can see the difference. Since I purchased this house, I hired a guy to deep clean the tile and carpet. I also hired someone to paint all of the walls. The house wasn't in great shape, and I always want the house to pop when people take a tour in person. I have a great sense of pride in ownership, even if it costs me a few extra bucks. Here's the after, which hopefully you enjoy seeing the difference as much as I do. Moving forward to the living room, I have added a lot of furniture and a TV for the tenants to enjoy. My first house hack was a 2-bed, 2-bath condo in the beautiful Las Vegas Country Club back in 2016. I know it sounds crazy, but I sold that condo to then buy a 7-bed, 5-bath house hack in an area that isn't nearly as nice. This was the first time I've hired an interior designer for a property, and she was worth every penny. She happens to be a friend and someone I met at the meetups I host in town. I will be using her for every property. I gave her my credit card, told her to do whatever she wanted to make it nice, and I think the house turned out amazing. I literally just gave her my credit card because I don't have time, energy, or any ability to design a house. One enjoyable benefit of making more money is you can spend money to save time and energy, and it's worth every penny. If any of you are looking to house hack, I would strongly consider hiring an interior designer. Within like 4 days, the house was done, allowing me to focus on making fun videos roasting fake gurus, which to me feels more organic. You can't see inside the cabinets, but I include everything people need to move in and not have to worry about anything. Pots, pans, utensils, silverware, everything. I make move-ins seamless for tenants. I want you all to consider doing this too. Toilet paper, paper towels, house cleaners, vacuums, towels. I would recommend including everything. A lot of people thought I was crazy for selling a condo in a highly sought after golf course, guard gated community to buy a house where I'd be living with 6 strangers in a commercial area on a major street, but that house taught me how to create a replicable system to get me where I am today. Even at the time, I knew that house hacking was going to be a profitable strategy, and I wanted to create a system that allowed me to grow quickly. I was going to the extreme so I could force myself to learn under the toughest conditions, which would lead to better long-term growth. We have the laundry room and a half bathroom downstairs. The half bathroom is something to look for in the house's U-tour because that extra bathroom makes it easier for the people upstairs sharing a bathroom. Here's the video I made where I detailed the 7-bed house hack experience and how it taught me literally everything I know about house hacking. I have dealt with everything: death, arson, theft, evictions, bad tenants, bed bugs, trespassing, tenant finding a neighbor, you name it, I have dealt with it. And I've invested around $140,000 in capital expenditures and maintenance in that house alone, so I'm reasonably experienced with renovations and managing contractors at this point. That house was so poorly put together that I'm pretty knowledgeable with code standards as well, thanks to all of the times I found out something wasn't up to code. Heading upstairs, this model has all 5 bedrooms upstairs. It's a 2,900 square foot house, so it's pretty big and it feels spacious enough to fit 5 people pretty easily. I learned a lot from the first house and I'm thankful for the experience. Today that house is generating $4,500 per month in rental income against about $2,200 in expenses. It sucked investing so much money into that house, but it's in much better shape now, and managing the property doesn't really take up any of my time, and I could easily get another $300 per month more, but I never raise rent, so some of the rooms are pretty below market. In the new house, I furnished all the smaller rooms with a queen bed. This room doesn't have a desk, but I supply everything necessary necessary if the tenant needs it. Nice size closet as well. This room will rent for $750 total every month. Here's the second room upstairs that will rent for $750. It's almost identical. This room has a desk because someone wanted the desk in their room and I just moved it from the master, but it gives you an idea on what it will look like fully furnished. This is the final smaller room upstairs and will rent for $750. I added a bed frame to this one because it's a slightly bigger room and I probably should have added it to all the smaller rooms, to be honest. Those three rooms share this upstairs full bathroom. From the income I was earning on YouTube and the first house hack, I was able to qualify for a loan to buy the property I currently occupy, which is one of the best deals I'll ever buy. I bought my current house for $500,000 at the end of July last year, and a model match comp down the street is under contract for $580,000. That isn't as nice of a house as mine. Moving to the other side of the upstairs at the new house, we have the second master. This room is a little bigger than the other smaller rooms, and I will get $850 for this room. It's definitely nicer and the option most people would prefer. My goal is to buy a house where every room has its own full bathroom. That's a true house hack monster because of how great the layout would be. Next to the second master is the master bedroom. I'm going to get at least $900 a month for the master, possibly $1,000. And if I brought in a couple, I could probably get $1,100 a month. This is definitely the prized room of the house. I don't know the exact dimensions, but it's pretty massive. I'd guess it's 20 feet by 15 feet. The large bathroom with 2 closets, 2 sinks, and 2 shower heads is appealing to anyone needing excess. The shower has 6 propulsive jets for anyone wanting to experience more than just a typical shower. In total, rent for this property should be a little over $4,000 a month. These nicer houses attract good tenants. It's a great area here in Vegas that I believe will become one of the more desirable areas to live over the next decade. I now have to show off the backyard. This is how the backyard looked when I purchased the property. This was not acceptable to me. There was meme crypto coins, aka dog poo, littered all throughout the nasty sand. The concrete slab was dirty and the entire appearance was ugly. I noticed that the previous owners left me some old tires, which doesn't bother me too much because I know someone who will promote anything, including tire stickers, as long as they pay the bills. Much nicer. I spent $7,000 and I think it was worth every penny. We have artificial turf in the middle and plants throughout. He set up a small sprinkler system with an auto timer that will water the plants. What you don't see today is a patio cover, which will be installed in a few weeks. He also pressure washed the concrete slab and sealed it. Here's the neighbor's backyard, which is what mine will resemble soon. My patio cover cost $5,900 and will be a little nicer than this one. I will probably buy a grill, definitely buying patio furniture, and will have fans underneath the roof of the patio cover. It will provide a nice relaxing spot for the tenants to chill at night. A lot of tenants smoke greens, so I like providing them with a good spot outside of the house to enjoy their activity. I bought this property for $559,000 and it appraised for that value. I received $7,500 in closing costs to the buyer and around $14,000 for agent commissions because I represent myself in the deals I buy. So far, I've spent $45,000 on cleaning, furniture, supplies, landscaping and patio cover, painting, photography, and random necessities for the house. My loan is a bank statement loan because I haven't filed taxes yet for 2021, so this was the only option available. 15% down, 5.5% interest rate, so I spent around $105,000 to close, which includes closing costs and title fees. Altogether, I'll spend probably $150,000 to get this property up and running. This house will have peasant pennies cash flow of around $500. The principal paydown will be around $530 a month for the first year, and I think this house would sell now for at least $10,000 more. I'm not counting that because it's not a real number, but there is some return on the money I've spent thus far. It's likely that I will be doing a cost seg on my properties for tax purposes starting this year. Just need to confirm with my accountant that I'll be able to, but I'm confident I will be, and that's why I will be buying real estate as much as my bank account allows for. It's possible I'll make about $500,000 this year from YouTube, so my goal is to buy about $2.5 million worth of real estate so I can depreciate all of my properties enough to offset my YouTube income. I'll be losing money on paper with my real estate because of the depreciation expense, but it could save me $100,000 in taxes from YouTube income. For 2021, I'm going to have my YouTube LLC pay my real estate LLC for rent for this room that I occupy. This property I'm in generates $4,750 every month if you include market rent for the room I occupy. I haven't filled the new property yet, but my gross rental income will be right around $13,250 every month. That's gross before expenses. Net cash flow is probably $4,000 a month, and the total equity built from paying the mortgage is around $1,600. Over the past 5 years, I've met so many beginners at my meetups looking to buy their first deal. Every single month, I'd hear that they were waiting for the crash to buy their first deal. 5 years later, they would have looked like a genius had they just bought a property, regardless if it cash flowed. You make your money in real estate over time. This is why I don't care about every little dollar in the exact ROI number. All I focus on is the big picture macro level. Am I improving my system? Am I buying good properties in good areas? Am I putting myself in position to buy multiple properties a year? Think about it like this. By the end of 2022, my reasonable goal is to have around $3.5 million in real estate. If the Vegas market appreciates on average 3% every year, I'll be making $105,000 from equity alone. I'll be saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes as well. Those two factors are way more important than every little dollar in cash flow. It's why I now focus on buying good properties that are recently built in good neighborhoods with good tenants. Sure, the net cash flow of a few $1,000s a month might look reasonably small, but all factors considered, buying real estate for me will provide huge economic value. I covered most of what I know in the ebook. It's not everything since some of the chapters require nuance, but it's enough to get you started. Best of luck to you if you're going to be house hacking. Thanks for watching.